रिटर्न ही 8 में भी रिटर्न, इधर भी रिटर्न। हाँ करते हैं वो बोला
Happy evening, everyone. May I request sir to take your seats, please? Yes, stage one. Sir, requested to kindly take the seats in the stage, please. Good evening. Respected MD CEO Shri Rajkiran Rai ji, Guest of Honor Shri Manas Ranjan Biswal ji, Srimati Nirja Nalini Biswal ji, Executive Directors Shri Nitesh Ranjan ji, Rajneesh Karnatak ji, Nidhu Saxena ji, our CVO Shri Umesh Kumar Singh ji, all CGMs, General Managers, and all unionites who are connected to the show. We have gathered here to bid fond farewell to our beloved Biswal ji. He has been a strong pillar of support to the bank in the last 38 months and has been ensuring that the goal set by the bank has been fulfilled. And like a clockwork, may I now request our CGM Shri Chandramohan Minocha ji to do the welcome address to the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Very good evening, all of you. Today, we are holding a farewell function for our beloved Executive Director, Shri Manas Ranjan Biswal ji. On this occasion, I welcome our chief guest of this function, our Executive Director, Shri Manas Ranjan Biswal ji, his wife, Mrs. Biswal, our beloved MD and CEO, Sir, Shri Rajkiran Rai ji, our other Executive Director, Shri Nitesh Ranjan ji, our respected CVO, Shri Umesh Kumar Singh ji, our Executive Director, Shri Rajneesh Karnatak ji, and our other Executive Director, Shri Nidhu Saxena ji. All my CGMs, GMs, and other staff members who are present here, and those who are connected through online to see and witness to this memorable function. Welcome to all of you. During the last 1 year, this is the third executive director who is retiring from us. So definitely it will create a huge gap in terms of fulfilling the gap of great leadership, because after the retirement of Shri Garg Saab, then Shri Gosai Saab, now it is turn of our beloved leader, Shri Manas Ranjan Biswal ji. So this is a moment of some bitter and some sweetness on this day. Shri Biswal ji joined this bank on elevation to Executive Director 3 years back on 1st March 2019. At that time, the bank was going through various turbulent period. During his leadership and with the guidance of and leadership of our MD and CEO, sir, we passed that moment, and later on with the amalgamation of various public sector banks. Then in the COVID period also, we faced many challenges. In that period also, with the vision, guidance and inspiration of Shri Biswal ji, we steered through all these obstacles and attained a new heights. So his contribution to the Union Bank of India will always be remembered and cherished in the time to come. During his tenure, I was having the chance to work under him when he was in charge of MSME head. At that, during the COVID period, the government pushed for many schemes, ECLGS and other schemes for other sectors, agriculture, retail, and there was a lot of pressure to formulate the scheme and implement it in a very short time. So under the guidance of Shri Biswal ji, we were the first among the bank to formulate the schemes for the welfare of MSMEs. And other time also, when he was heading the Treasury and International Banking Department, he guided the investment committee through his guidance and inspirations and very important decisions which took place during those meetings. That will also I remember. Then as a HR function, even when he was heading, when Union Prerna was already launched under the leadership of Shri Gosain ji, he spearheaded that project, and bank attained the top position in each agenda in 4, and that credit goes to our MD and CEO sir and Shri Biswal ji. Shri Biswal ji is having so many good qualities. He is a man of character, pleasing personality, always giving guidance and helping others. He always remains calm and cool, and whoever interacts with him, when he leaves his cabin, he is full of cheerfulness and satisfaction that he got solution to his problems. Such type of leaders who have skilled and leadership qualities are rare to found. Being a part of board of directors, he also given a guidance in formulating many policies, and he was the member of the various committees which took very important decisions which strengthened our bank. Now when he is retiring today, we want that these memorable moments should we store in our minds, in our memories, so that later on we can recollect these events, his career, and get inspiration from those events. I, on behalf of all of you, wish him very good, peaceful, healthy, and happy second inning, because this is the time when the life tells that you have to prioritize your family and relatives before the work. So that time has come. I wish him all the best in his new inning. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. In order to welcome our chief guest today, may I now request our Executive Director, Shri Nitesh Ranjan ji, to come and welcome Shri Manas Ranjan Biswal ji with a plan, please. Sir, 1 second, sir. May I also request now our Rajneesh Karnatak ji to welcome Srimati Nirjanalini Biswal ji with a bouquet of flowers. On behalf of all the Unionites, I would request the CGMs to come to stage and welcome our Biswal ji with a bouquet of flowers and express our thanks and gratitude for all the services he has rendered. So may I request all CGMs to come to stage, please. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sirs. We all know about Biswal ji very well, but there is more to him that is to be known. To this end, may I request that a video be played of his journey in the life of banking over the years. Video, please.
A leader is who knows the way, goes the way, and most importantly, shows the way. Today, let's celebrate one such leader, Shri Manas Ranjan Biswal, Executive Director of Union Bank of India. Shri Manas Ranjan Biswal's dedication, faith and hard work over 37 years has led him here to this pinnacle. It all began in 1985 when a young boy was welcomed to the Punjab National Bank family in West Bengal as a management trainee. That's when his story began. or rather the history of Shri Manas Ranjan Biswal started to be written. As years passed by, he grew into a strong personality as travel and work shaped his career with postings across India. In no particular order, here's his career. From the north in New Delhi, to the east in West Bengal and Orissa, to the southwest in Karnataka. His job even took him across country lines as he moved to Dubai to accept a prestigious profile. A graduate in science and a certified associate of Indian Institute of Banking and Finance, it's no wonder that Shri Manas Ranjan Biswal's professional career is filled with rich experiences across various administrative and functional capacities at branches, regional, zonal and corporate offices and countries. With all this experience, education and learnings, Shri Manas Ranjan Biswal graced the Union Bank of India family with his presence as he set foot as the Executive Director on 1st March 2019. Over his time here, he has not only achieved some breakthrough milestones, but his performance has truly been an inspiration. At a point when the world came to a standstill with the pandemic, he held the fort with his leadership. At Union Bank of India, Shri Manas Ranjan Biswal spearheaded and supervised multiple departments, always ensuring smooth flow and function. His time here has truly been an illustrious one and the journey monumental. We would like to let you know that your qualities of fortitude, conviction and sincerity will be told for years to come. Listen to what some of his colleagues have to say.
Dear Biswalji, I am very happy that you are superannuating today after serving the banking industry for long many years. What you have achieved till now will be a cherished memory for you, and there are many more good days to come to you. Happy superannuation and welcome to the Senior Citizens Club. Thank you very much.
Respected sir, आपके 33 इयर्स के बैंकिंग अनुभव उपरांत आप बैंकिंग सेवाओं से सेवानिवृत्त हो रहे हैं। विकास की मानसिकता और सीखने के लिए जुनून जैसी आपकी विशेषताएं सदा हमें प्रेरित करती रहेगी और इसी प्रकार आगे भी हम इससे लाभान्वित होते रहेंगे।
What I observed, he is just like a coconut, very tough outside, but very soft from inside. A great quality of Biswal sir. When we look at him, we feel that, as all say, that age is only a number. He is always fit and fine.
Knowing your retirement is just the tip of an iceberg, you are going to conquer it and seize the day. We all are pretty sure about it. I'm feeling really sad that I'm not there with you at the moment. You're a true inspiration. You guide us not just as a father, as a mentor, and when needed as a friend as well. They say that firstborn daughters are just the female version of their fathers. But if I achieve just 10% or 20% of what you have done, I think I'm going to consider myself very successful and lucky in life. Love you, Papa. I miss you. Bye.
As we bid you farewell, we wish you all the best for your life ahead. May you continue living your second innings with the same joy and success you've always given us.
Wow, 37 years in banking, and just last 38 months he was with us. So there is more to know about him. Now let us hear it from some of our seniors who have to share their experiences about Biswalji. First, I would like to call upon Shri A.K. Vinodji, our CGM. Sir, please express yourself without any pressure of timer. Rest assured, I am not going to ring a bell.
Respected MD sir, respected ED sirs, VIPs of this evening, respected and beloved Biswal sir, and Madam Madam Neeraja Nalini Madam, esteemed CGM, GM colleagues, dear Unionite colleagues present here and also connected online. A very good evening to all. We are bidding farewell to a great banker, a great professional, a great leader, and above all, a great human being. Humility, charm, and professional excellence combined and personified is our beloved Biswal sir. Today, when we look at the great achievements of our bank, spearheaded by our respected MD sir, his vision translated into reality. Our Biswal sir had a key role in that. In fact, during the most decisive phase of this illustrious journey of our great bank, Biswal sir, as an ED, was in charge of HR and IT, two crucial functions which led to the best in industry amalgamation, best in class HR processes, systems, and initiatives that we showcase to the industry now. And more importantly, the strong foundation laid for a massive digital transformation for our bank. So, MD sir's vision and Biswal sir's execution has really added great value to the journey of this great bank. I am personally benefited during my journey. In fact, I am fortunate to receive his rich guidance when I took charge as head of MSME vertical, because MSME was the portfolio of Biswal sir previous to amalgamation, and Biswal sir always had this special love and attention for his MSME team, which my colleagues in MSME will vouch for. And more often his inputs during discussions, especially in board meetings, has really helped resolving various problems and adding value to the proposals during the discussions. One very special thing which I would like to mention here, and sir acknowledged here, is that the STP Shishu Mudra, which can be said as the first digital lending initiative, in its formative stage, we received so much of guidance and, more importantly, strategic and timely interventions from Biswal sir, because being at the helm of the affairs in IT and HR, we could navigate through the pilot phase. So the digital lending experience, I must really, sir, express my deep gratitude for your timely interventions, which I fondly remember, sir. And when I was appointed as the Chief Compliance Officer, Biswal sir was a part of the appointment process. And for me personally, it was a transition from business function to a control function. Biswal sir called me to his cabin, and some 20-30 minutes, he guided me, counseled me, motivated me, and it really strengthened me to take charge of my new function with all confidence. Sir, I am extremely grateful for those 30 minutes, sir, which I really hold it very dear to my heart. And your words that you, of guidance that you gave will always lead me, sir. If we look at our charming, ever-smiling, ever-energetic Biswal sir, it's very difficult to believe that he's retiring today. In fact, a banker par excellence with such illustrious journey and experience and great body of work, Biswal sir cannot retire. In fact, I'm sure many worthy and fulfilling roles will be waiting for you in the industry. I wish Biswal sir a very happy, healthy, and fulfilling post-Union Bank life. Thank you very much for this opportunity to speak here, sir, on this occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now may I call upon Shri K. Bhaskar Rao ji, CGM to the stage to share his experiences and feelings.
Thank you, Vishweshwaranji. Respected MD CEO Rajkiran sir, respected ED Nitesh Ranjan sir, respected ED Rajneesh Karnatak sir, respected ED Nidhu Saxena sir, CVO sir, and chief guest of today's evening, most respected Biswal ji and Madam Biswal ji, my colleagues, CGMs, general managers, and other unionites connected on this call. Good evening to you all. My association with sir is when I was FGM at Hyderabad. One day sir came to Hyderabad. Normally today's program, and we have kept various, normally we engage or arrange various programs to keep the top executive to very tight schedule. Accordingly, we have kept various review meetings. Sir has taken around 1 hour schedule to visit credit card department in between. I have associated with sir to that program also. That program went around 4 hours. Sir has seen each one point in the credit card department structure and their programs, how they have done, and analyzed it very minutely. It is a learning point for me at that point of time, how we need to take the things in that particular point. After my joining or takeover here, from September onwards, sir is my immediate boss, and whatever the problems or bottlenecks which we are getting from the field, whenever we are approaching sir, immediately sir has allowed us to take it up with the respective committees, and all the top management, MD sir and other ED sirs supported us with all the pain point clearance or whatever the relaxations we have asked, including the rate cut which we have started in the industry at 6.4%. Honorable Board has given that opportunity, and the last meeting also, sir has cleared more than 13 bottlenecks which we are going to give in the next week. Sir, entire my team indebted to top management, more particularly for your motivation, and whatever the numbers we have generated in the 6 months because of your continuous support and motivation, sir. On behalf of my field team and CRBD team and my general managers, thank you very much, sir. On behalf of CRBD, I wish you a very happy, healthy second inning, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. May now call upon Shri Satyanarayan Patriji to the stage to share his feelings and experiences.
Good evening, all. Most respected MD and CEO Rajkiran and all the other dignitaries present on the stage, with Mr. Umesh ji, and all the CGMs and GMs. I think I'm also on the way next, along with Bas, on next 31st. I think it's an experience what we are going to gain for giving a farewell function. Today, the day has come for Mr. Biswal sir, because I know Mr. Biswal sir last 3 years, 8 months since he joined in bank, but I never directly reported to him. Even though I never directly reported to him, but I'm very close to him by heart, both personally and officially. When I was in FGM Mumbai, he was the head of the recovery department as a ED. So I tried to use his time for recovery. I think Rajesh Mishra is also there. We both tried to bring him to on stage for many recovery camps, sir. I think more than 6 to 7 recovery camps we done in Mumbai, and almost 6,000 to 7,000 crores negotiations have happened. So whenever he comes for a meeting, we thought something will happen. So we always try to have more number of success in the negotiations. Almost 30 to 35 were on the, we have done almost 35 negotiations completely done, but when my tenure at FGM, we have done around 10 to 15. Subsequently, I think many more happened. I think that the initiation what we have taken that 1 year. And when we go for a recovery camp in our FGM, he was leading. When we ask 100 crores, he says, why you are asking 100 crores? He is not going to pay even 30 crores or 20 crores. You are asking too much. Like that he used to tell, sir, kuch to lena padega. Then he used to tell, as per rules and regulations, within the guidelines, whatever you should be able to do, you should do it so that bank will get more and more recovery. I think the guidance what we are given, what he has given for the recovery for the FGM Mumbai, then we started, done a lot of things in FGM Mumbai. We have done a 50-member team across Mumbai. I think the guidance given by him, the confidence given by him during that 1 year for the recovery of FGM Mumbai, I cannot forget it. Subsequently, even though I have not reported him, I used to go to his cabin. I think it's like two executives. One is Mr. Gosaizi and another is Mr. Biswal Saab. We never taken any permission to go to his cabin. We just knock the door, go inside anytime. I think that's the confidence and comfort they used to give it to us. And we are free to discuss anything. It may be personal or official. I think many more cabin visits were done by me for taking a lot of suggestions for wherever I worked as a CRBD vertical or I worked in as an audit station vertical. So I tried to meet him and take some help from him. And he always laughs. And one thing he says, within the guidelines, whatever can be done, it should be done. That's always he says, whenever we go for a session, with all confidence. I think I never missed out for any session. Whenever I went there, never missed out. In a very short span, maybe within 5 minutes, I talk for 5 minutes, he will give for 1 minute answer. That's the confidence we used to have. So I think that experience, sir, thank you very much for all the help you have done for the entire period of my career and your career at Union Bank of India. I think I had a lot of comfort to meet you any point of time. And almost all times, I think you have given the comfort to ask anything also. And we could able to do much more better things. And particularly, he used to comment on the internet banking and U-Mobile before I took charge of this station. So we have done a good number of attempts to set right, sir. Hope that you are, at least you are happy a little bit about the internet banking and U-Mobile after we done last 1 year. But he was having a lot of complaints during his period when he was looking at the IT. So I think it was a frustration for him because many things were not done. But somehow, last 1 year, we could able to do many things. So I hope that you are at least a little bit of happiness what we have done for last 1 year. And personally, I always give a lot of respect to him for doing anything. I have read one thing, I am retired, I am free to do what my wife tells me to do. आई थिंक अभी तो सब लोग करते ही सर ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं करते हैं और कोई और बोलता है रिटायर होने के बाद पूरा अवेलेबल होंगे मेरे हिसाब से नहीं होंगे सर ऐसा भी नहीं होगा क्योंकि इफ़ आई से व्हेन आई complete my post graduation there are 2-3 options only they either go for being an agriculture graduate either go for a IRS or IAS or otherwise bank. So only 3 choices were there and we chose because we are not fit for the first 2. We are only fit to RDO. We joined in the bank. So after joining the bank, we have done so many things. Now I'm trying to relate with that quote. Now, today boss is retiring and MD sir also always tell the door opened is very big now. When we started our career in the bank, we have only 1 or 2 options to work. Now, I think you have many more options. I think it's up to us to select 1 or 2 options and do what you want. And at the same time, you can earn much more money what you are earning today. So, I think madam will be more happy to get more money rather than Biswal sir to sit at home. So, she may push him, नहीं यार घर पे नहीं बैठना जाके कुछ काम करके कुछ कमा के लेके आओ. I think that's what is going to happen. I think next 5 years. I think the health is good for boss, and we are all healthy also, including MD sir. I think Biswal sir, myself, Gosai sir also. I think being fit is more important. I think if you are fit mentally and physically, I think next maybe up to 70 years, you can really work and earn also. So I think, madam, I'm sorry, he may not be available for you full time up to 70 years. So I think that quote I want to make it wrong. So I feel that after retirement, life is going to be more beautiful because what rightly said by our Vinodji, I think it's very important for the social life. I think as a banker, we missed out. We missed out the entire the social life. I think that's important to gather back the social life, what we missed from last 30-35 years, then do whatever we want to do it. So there is no depth in what you say, space, having not space to work. A lot of opportunities are there. How you're going to do it, how you're going to engage yourself, that's more important. So with this, I thank you, Mr. Venkat Vishwesan, to give an opportunity to speak and express myself. Sir, on behalf of me and my registration team and for the entire unionites, I wish you happy, healthy, retired life. I hope that you will not keep quiet and you will be going on doing something, and definitely we'll be in touch with you. You are going to be at Bhubaneswar, I am going to Visakhapatnam. So you are always welcome to Visakhapatnam and spend some time with us. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. You have 1 full month to convince your wife. Moving on, sir. We would like to listen to the leaders on the stage about their experiences on this occasion with Biswalji. To this end, may I now request our CVO Shri Umesh Kumar Singh ji to share his encounters with Biswalji.
Thank you, Biswal ji, for remembering that word encounter. So, I will tell about where I encountered with him going forward, but respected MD and CEO Shri Rajkiran Rai sir, respected ED Shri Nitesh sir, respected ED our Nidhu Saxena sir, and respected ED Rajnish Karnataka sir. I am remembering sir. नहीं सर, थोड़ा पास देता हूं ताकि अटेंशन बनी रहे. Respected CGMs, respected GMs, and all respected unionites who are here and who are also present through online mode, and today's chief guest, our respected ED Shri Biswal sir and Madam Biswal. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. So let me start. We encountered first in Kolkata when he was FGM PNB in Kolkata. I was also FGM. It was in SLBC meeting. So it was not encounter of that type. So we met there actually and only had introduction, that much interaction, only nothing else. We were not knowing that we are going to meet here also. And thereafter, after my joining the first day, I met him. I called on him and had a cup of tea, and we discussed certain things. Personally, I found him, why he is successful, I mean Union Bank, HR and IT, which he headed actually. You see, these two departments had a great role in the amalgamation process, and which he was handling and spearheading. Certainly, there was a guidance of our MD and CEO sir also, and successfully it was spearheaded. That is why we had a successful amalgamation. So these two were very important, and moreover, वो vigilance और HR का encounter अक्सर होता रहता है. So repeated this encounter word will come. So let me tell you now, I always found him very open-minded in dealing with the vigilance matters, and also very, very pro-staff. Many of you may not be knowing because they are all confidential matters. While dealing with the 17A, that is a sanction for investigation or permission for investigation, whatever you call it, and section 19, sanction for prosecution, and wherever he is personally DA. He is also disciplinary authority for some officials. So very, very pro-staff. And that is what is needed actually. Why I am saying so? Because number of cases indicates we have still, I am very happy to inform that 0.22% only of the total number of staff, the vigilance cases, which is best in the industry. So, because last 3 days I really missed that opportunity of 26th evening. I think I had seen many people dancing, particularly Minocha ji. खुल के डांस किए हैं उस दिन. बाकी लोगों को तो डांस करते हुए कई फोरम्स पे देखा है हमने, बट मिनोचा जी का डांस उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा एनकरेजिंग है. हम विजिलेंस में हैं तो हमको सारी वीडियोस मिल जाती है. But you see, another observation about Biswal sir is that whenever you talk to him, whatever serious matter you discuss, he will always be, his face, I mean, maybe God gifted. It cannot be always that he will keep smiling, you know, but a feeling comes like he is smiling. Very positive feeling. And that credit goes to Madam Biswal. आपने बहुत सारे ट्रेनिंग लिए होंगे, मैनेजमेंट के पाठ पढ़ाए जाते हैं, लीडरशिप के पाठ पढ़ाए जाते हैं, उसमें एक स्टोरी जरूर बताई जाती है कि कोई लीडर घर से लड़ाई करके आता है तो लिफ्टमैन से ऑफिस में लड़ता है, स्टाफ को फायरिंग देता है. ये प्लीजिंग चेहरे का राज इधर है, जो कि अगर आपने केयर नहीं किया होता भेजते समय ऑफिस में तो शायद ये स्माइलिंग फेस हमको नहीं मिलता. सो मैडम, इसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपको. बेनिफिट वॉज फॉर यूनियनाइट्स. His pleasing personality, smile on the face, and that comes into action also. The benefit always, and then the same is replicated. He also, after a good mood, when he goes to home, then certainly that must be emitted in the house also. So everywhere happy, happy, happy environment. That is what is needed. We should learn all this from how to keep ourselves happy and others also happy. So sir, always, I think this day, the retirement day, will come in all of our lives. We all will retire one day. What is remembered after retirement is that contribution and how you behaved while you were in the service. So learn smiling, learn making people happy from the past of our Biswal sir. I think that will go a long way. People will remember. We all are witness. Those who are very rude to their staff members, know while working they were not remembered actually after, I mean post retirement. So काम तो चलता रहता है, चाहे आप फायर करके करा लो, चाहे प्यार से करा लो. प्यार वाले में ज़्यादा मजा है, वो सस्टेनेबल रहता है ना, और सबके लिए सुखदायी होता है. तो वही मेरे ख्याल से ठीक है. सर, इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ आपके लिए बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं गोइंग फॉरवर्ड इन दी लाइफ. आपके लिए और मैडम के लिए, दोनों लोग की लाइफ आगे की बहुत हेल्दी और सुखी रहे. भगवान से यही प्रार्थना है सर. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आपने भी आज प्रूव किया सर. 1 मिनट और ले लूं. So let me share a राज with you. राज मतलब समझते हैं ना. आज आपको एक राज बताता हूं. हम 5-6 लोग ना कई बारी लंच और डिनर पे मिले हैं एक साथ, और 1-आध घंटा तो चलता ही है. थोड़ा काफ़ी चर्चा हो जाती है. उस चर्चा में हमारा एमडी साहब विजिलेंस के बारे में जरूर 1-2 शब्द बोलते हैं. मतलब विजिलेंस वाला करने नहीं देता है. पर आज 1.5-2 घंटे की चर्चा में उन्होंने एक बार भी याद नहीं किया. दैट शोज दैट सीबीओ इज आल्सो पॉजिटिव.
Thank you, sir. On the positive note, we will now request our Executive Director, Shri Saxena ji, to come and share his experiences and feelings.
Thank you, Visheshwaran. परमादरणीय एमडी एंड सीईओ राजकिरण राय साहब, मानस रंजन बिस्वाल जी, मैडम बिस्वाल जी, रिस्पेक्टेड नितेश जी, रजनीश जी, सीबीओ उमेश सिंह जी, चीफ जनरल मैनेजर्स, unionites, and those all connected through the system that is working here. So we are here to bid farewell to our beloved Biswal ji. For the last half an hour or so, because I don't have that kind of long interaction knowing Biswal sahab, but I've been hearing very carefully as to what all the vertical heads who have spoken, and Umesh ji who has spoken, and those they have expressed so many good things about Biswal ji. Yes, I can vouch for many of those in terms of a very, very amiable personality, very soft-spoken, very welcoming, and all these qualities are a virtue in any individual, in any leader, is what I feel. And for the bank, he is, while I have seen him, he has headed the HR vertical. और बैंक में कुछ भी अगर होता है तो it is the human resource who delivers. So I think his positive outlook, his way of doing things must have really motivated the entire team of 75,000 Unionites. And these kind of results have been produced, what we have seen. 17 trillion का जो figure हुआ था, overall guidance of our MD, sir. And I have seen that how Biswal ji had done on week basis, talking to all the field and ensuring it, making it sure that it happens. On personal level, yes, I have some moments of interaction with Biswal ji, and I have really very, very happy memories of those small moments although, but I am going to remember those, nurture those and cherish those. And इतना लंबा समय अगर कोई रहा है, और खासकर बिस्वाल जी ने जो लास्ट 3 year plus टेनर इस बैंक में एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर की पोजीशन ली है और अपनी ड्यूटीज डिस्चार्ज करी होंगी, बहुत बड़ा योगदान गया है. वी ऑल नो अबाउट इट. So I must thank him for whatever he has contributed to the bank, and he is going to go with a lot of rich experience and knowledge about the bank also. So maybe sometimes, sir, I may be reaching out to you, and I am sure the way you have been so positive, cordial, and helping this thing, you would be guiding me also whenever I will reach out to you, and I will request you to always remain in touch. I think I'll fail in my duties if I don't say that whatever has been achieved by Biswal Sahab, a major share, rather in fact each one of our lives goes to the better half. Madam Biswal is there with us. तो बहुत इसमें बड़ा योगदान फैमिली का रहता है, और आई थिंक स्पाउस का योगदान डेफिनेटली वी ऑल समटाइम्स टेंड टू फॉरगेट, बट अगर हम बैंक में समय देते हैं, पूरा अपना फोकस लगा के काम करते हैं, तो कहीं ना कहीं जो होम फ्रंट है इज़ वेल टेकन केयर ऑफ, and when we go back we are welcomed with a smile and whatever, and we find a lot of comforts, and we can always keep on doing more and more for the organization. So Madam Biswal का भी मैं इसमें कहना चाहूँगा. I think with those words I'd like to end. और बिस्वाल जी सर, आप का रिटायर्ड लाइफ अच्छा हो, सुंदर हो, आप जो करना चाहते हो वो चीज़ें जो नहीं कर पाए हो वो करें, इज़ माई हम्बल विश एंड सिंसियर विश फॉर यू. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you, sir. Following that, may I now request our Executive Director, Shri Rajneesh Karnatak ji, to express his feelings and experiences.
Respected MD and CEO sir, respected Biswal ji, respected Mrs. Biswal ji, respected Nitesh Ranjan ji, respected Nidhu Saxena ji, respected CVO Umesh Singh ji, all the CGMs present over here, general managers, and all the Union Parivar staff who is connected here. So at the outset, I would like to thank the committee who has decided to have this happy retirement wall. So this is a very unique thing, and I would request the Vishweshwaran in the end to take a pic of Mr. and Mrs. Biswal with this retirement wall. It will be a very nice memory. So this is something which is very unique, and normally which we see in some big restaurants and other things, and some very beautiful lines also written over there. So this is one thing which I was just thinking when I was sitting over there. And as far as the retirement thing is concerned, then it is something where we also recognize the good work and appreciation for the person who is retiring, for what good work he has done for the organization. And I especially remember the time when I was in PNB, and his work and contribution to PNB was spoken very highly of. And he was remembered over there, and he was also remembered and respected for the work kind of business he had done in Punjab National Bank, both on the business side and also on the control functions which he had headed. So this is one thing which is very good. It says about the person who has worked, and in fact it was being said behind him when he had already joined the Union Bank as executive director. So that is one very good thing which is there. And the one thing which I also saw in the last 6 months was his personality, which is a very pleasing and calm personality. Very, I have never seen him getting any time ruffled or in any sort of anxiety or any kind of thing. He has been doing about his work in a very calm and peaceful manner. So that is one thing in his personality, of his leadership style, and which also emanates for the vertical which he was given as a ED, HR. So which befits him also with his personality. The way he took forward the amalgamation process, as I hear that he was part of the HR only when the amalgamation had taken place in Union Bank of India, and presently also today in HR when he steered the entire process of promotion and transfer very smoothly and efficiently. This speaks about his leadership, along with him with Minocha ji also, and also his team, the way it went off so smoothly in the bank. Apart from that, what we see here is that in the weekly meetings, that Nidur Saxena ji also said that he steered the weekly meetings of the FGMs very smoothly for the 17 lakh trillion business. Vishweshwaran was also there. He was very firm with certain zonal heads. And he was making sure that things happen, and they do happen, and they finally did happen, and we achieved the 17 trillion mark. So thanks to you, Biswal ji, along with the vision which MD sir had. The execution, I think it was steered by Biswal ji along with the other EDs. Thank you, Biswal ji, for that leadership which you gave that time in all the VCs with the zonal heads, which was very important at that time, because at one time I still remember that we were struggling, we were thinking whether we will be able to achieve that number or not. But in the end, there was a situation on 15th March sort of that we thought now we have to now slow down. We will cross it by a big number. So that was the kind of success we had. Apart from that, I had very sweet memories with him. Anytime I called him up that, sir, ek chai peeni hai, so he said, aao, immediately aa jao. So many times I went to him, we had a cup of tea, discussed many things. Very sweet and kind of you, sir. For that, I will always remember and cherish all those things. We will miss you, sir. Apart from that, the organization will also miss you, I believe, because you have been a very pleasing personality and nice personality all the way through. You will be missed. And also, sir, we will not say goodbye to you because we will remain in touch with you. Apart from that, sir, this is just one chapter of the journey which has ended. Another chapter is starting. And I hope that it will be very happy, healthy, and very good life for you, sir, the retirement life. Thank you very much. And Mrs. Biswal, also for you, happy retirement life. And with this slogan over there, I am retired, I am free to do what my wife tells me to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. With this, may I now request our Executive Director, Shri Nitesh Ranjan ji, to share the cherished memories that he had shared with Biswal ji. Thank you, sir.
Respected MD and CEO, sir. Respected senior most Executive Director of the bank, Shri Manas Ranjan Biswal, sir, who is superannuating today after a cherished service of many decades. Madam Biswal, Shri Rajneesh ji, Shri Nidu Saxena ji, and after using adjectives few times, I got lot of likes in the sense of social media language. Therefore, I repeat again, and I'll also borrow the word that he uttered himself today. So, respected, very positive and business-friendly CVO, Shri Umesh Kumar Singh ji, all the CGMs, GMs, Unionites joining virtually, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all. At the outset, I would also like to take this opportunity to wish and appreciate the services of many unionites who are also superannuating today. Biswal sir, very special wishes to you on this occasion. If one thing someone can notice in his personality and with the experience of working with him, it is about his humility and humbleness. In the books, in the leadership sessions, we read about the leader should be humble and full of humility. I think he is a live example of that. And I think this is something which everyone who has had the opportunity to interact with him would believe. I would also talk about little bit about Union Prerna, which he has driven and given very good shape. But this point I'll share in the beginning itself so that I do not miss. And I just was on the dais when people were talking about him, that when we become branch head, regional head and zonal head or any position, somehow as a human being, automatically that emotion and feeling comes into us that yes, I have to be powerful, I have to be showing like that, then only things will happen. And we become tough from inside, knowingly or unknowingly. But I think there is one example in Biswal sir. I have not seen him any kind of change over the last 3 years, but he has been able to achieve everything. The softer side from the people change and harder side from the business transformation. Both the things he has demonstrated. And I think there is a lot of learning for all of us, sir, in that. During the amalgamation process, sir played a very, very important role driving the business and then into the HR process. In fact, immediately after amalgamation, when he was handling the HR portfolio, we were in the midst of the pandemic. And the response and the guidance that he gave to all of us, I was part of the strategy at that point of time, and we were having BCP meetings quite frequently. The kind of guidance he used to give us very frequently at any point of time during the day or night, I think that was very handy. And that's how we could manage the entire pandemic period very well, giving convenience to our staff members while ensuring that business also continues at the same pace. And then post that, the business challenges started coming in. So there was the first challenge was about the asset quality, because there was Supreme Court stay on the asset recognition. And we were facing a threat of very large quantum of loans becoming NPL. And then there was a business challenge. So once we addressed that, business was not growing. And around, I think, July, August, September, Biswal sir again took the charge of the execution of reviving that business. And I think by December quarter, that revival of business already happened. We did not show good growth, but momentum was created. As Bhaskar Raoji was also telling, in retail loan, in MSME loan, everywhere, that momentum was created. Then again, when the 17 trillion came, I think he had the responsibility of the execution. And all of us have spoken about how he executed and not only made it possible, but at some point of time, as Rajnish said, we have to control the speed also. So both the sides of his personality, the people-friendly nature, and then driving the business, I think there is a lot to learn from you, sir. I had the opportunity to report to him as CGM strategy for quite some time, and I always got good guidance from him. As you said, there is good access to him any point of time on phone or in office, and he listens first 4 or 5 minutes, whatever time you want to take, you speak. And then he'll smile. And then somebody said 1 minute. It does not take 1 minute, I believe. It's a 30 to 45 seconds answer he'll give. I think you'll go satisfied. And I think not only at the bank level, even at the industry level, when we are talking about the ease reforms and we have got marks in ease, we are amongst the top banks in the ease agenda. Currently, the ease 4 which was going on, I think at the industry level, being part of the ease steering committee of IBA, he has driven the agenda of ease so that it is not only beneficial for a particular bank, but the PSU bank system as such, it should be able to transform the public sector banking in future. That's how he has contributed in the ease steering committee of Indian Banks Association. And obviously, there is a lot of his past history of excellent performance, which Rajnish ji has also quoted from the PNB days. And that is what is reflected in the last 3 years, over 3 years of guidance that he has provided to all of us. We'll miss you, sir. And I'd also say at this stage, with due respect to my colleagues here, and also with due respect to the executive directors who have retired, that in the last 3-4 years, you are the executive director who are most approachable for anyone in the bank. I think for someone to call you, someone to reach you, I think the access and the comfort for that person is best for you compared to anybody else. That is again something we have to imbibe, that how one should be people friendly. Without conveying that I am available and you reach me, you create that persona, you create that impression that all of us feel that you are someone we can reach out to. So thank you so much, sir, for all your contribution and guidance that you have provided to the organization and where we are today. I am sure when you look back a few years from now, you will feel very delighted with what our Unionites, all of us, will create for our Union Bank of India. Thank you once again and wish you and your family members all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now may I request our Managing Director and CEO, Shri Rajkiran Rai ji, to address the gathering.
Thank you, Shri. Very good evening. Respected Manas Ranjan Biswal ji, Madam Biswal ji, my dear Executive Directors, Nitesh ji, Rajneesh ji, Nidhu ji, our business-friendly CEO. Actually, I think आपका नौकरी को थोड़ा खतरा है. Because now since Nitesh is mentioning it again and again, it will go to the notice of Vigilance Department. And if you are that, आपका नौकरी को थोड़ा खतरा तो हो सकता है. But despite that, we are very happy with that. So that title. So business-friendly CEO, Umesh ji, all my dear Unionites who have assembled here, all seniors who are here, and all the other Unionites who are connected through YouTube or other social media. One side, I'm very happy about Union Bank, what we have done. We could really do something for the bank and all that. Other side, it's a very heavy heart that we have to bid farewell because parting is always difficult. We worked so closely. Actually, we spend more time here in office, actually, working rather than at home. Like our wake-up hours, mostly spent in office. We were all, it is not that every minute we speak, but we all know we are all around. Any point of time, you pick up phone, speak, issues keep coming, and less issues now, but then initially we used to have a lot of issues. So, but then a comfort of there is someone around you, if there is a problem is very comforting, and there are multiple issues which hit actually. What I do is 90% of that I transfer, and majority of that to Biswal Saab. And once I transfer that issue to him, I forget, and maybe after half an hour or maximum one day, he calls back and says that issue is resolved. That's the way Biswal Saab operates. So that gives a lot of comfort and relief. So today, if we are all very successful, celebrating a lot of successes, I think there are a lot of people who have done hard work behind that. And Biswal Saab is the front runner in that, who very coolly handles without taking. I still remember some of the incidents because a lot of mention happened about how he handled amalgamation, the difficult times and all that. Corporation Bank, actually, after the amalgamation, we said that, that was a COVID time, that we should, start working from corporate office, and then they decided that they will take a bus and come to Mumbai. I think you remember. तो एक फोटो सोशल मीडिया में घूम रहा था, हमारा हेवी नारायणन बस के सामने बैठ के गाइड कर रहा है, एंड सब लोग लॉट ऑफ पीपल कॉल मी, यार ये कॉर्पोरेशन बैंक में क्या हो रहा है, सब लोग एक हेवी पर्सनालिटी सामने है और सबको बस में बिठा रहा है, ये क्या हो रहा है, एंड ऑल दैट, एंड कोविड टाइम्स. So I was a bit worried. I said, Biswal ji, ये लोग आ रहे हैं अभी, it will be because COVID times ना कुछ हो गया, and थोड़ा seniors है, कोविड टाइम है, एक तो बैंक तो चलना है, there is no other way, bank has to run, and like you can't run part there, part here and all that, somewhere you have to consolidate. That's a concern for the bank. But individually again, we are concerned because it's a COVID time, kuch ho gaya to, and all that. But then the kind of thinking he had, they had all arranged for quarantine and all that. And he was silently monitoring everything. He is not a one who will come and say that I have done this, I have done this. But if you talk to him, he would have already taken care of many issues. That's the way he is, very silent, but then at the same time very meticulous. And a lot of comfort. And for a few days, after they came, we were actually monitoring. Yaar, kuch hua? Nahi sir, sab ठीक हो गया. And they were in quarantine for a few days, working from there. And after that, they became more and more bold. And they started wandering around Churchgate area. Then we realized that अभी कुछ नहीं हुआ, अभी सबको बुला लेते हैं. And you know, but small things. But then see, God was with us. So, but like you know, everybody remained safe and all that. But then this anything can go wrong in this kind of environments. But then just to like remembered when you are talking of amalgamation, these small issues actually are very important, because that gave comfort to the people who were coming, because they were arranged a nice hotel, they were put in good quarantine, good care was taken, and we were really concerned that nothing should happen to them. And the way it was coordinated by the team here is, you know, like there is something I just thought I shared this incident just to show that the human touch in him, like how he takes care. See, these are the things which cannot be taught. ये लीडरशिप, ये क्वालिटीज़, ये सब अंदर से आना चाहिए. आपको जितना भी सिखाया जाता है वो कुछ दिन के लिए रहता है बट चले जाता है. दिस ऑल लाइक इट्स अ पर्सन, इट्स अ पर्सनालिटी, इट्स अ लीडरशिप क्वालिटी विच इज़ इनबिल्ट. सो इट इज नेचुरली कम्स. The concern for people, taking care of people, and at the same time never losing focus on business, driving business and all that. For me, it's a, like, you know, it's a big challenge that this is a difficult time, like when all the three senior EDs are leaving one by one. I will be also leaving, but at the same time there is a great comfort, because the youngsters have taken over. We have such a, I think, I don't see any tension anywhere, because everybody is very confident. The next line of leadership is already created. Now, like we have three young EDs who are going to be the industry leaders, already taking charge of Union Bank. And I'm very sure the Union Bank is in safe hands. That's actually when I talked to Biswal ji and earlier to Gusen, this is what we want to say. We have created the next line leadership. The government has really planned it so well. So they are already well groomed. They are having great leadership skills, and I'm very sure the Union Bank is in safe hands. So that way we are actually, as written, like we are very happily retiring, and maybe everything is not true. Certain things are true today also. इसके retirement का जरूरत नहीं है. So, but then yes, like it is good that some thoughts have come and all that. But then you know, average lifespan का बात करते हैं. Why this retirement is only one blip in our journey, because it should not really change our lives actually. Because average lifespan जब ये सब हो रहा था, like when we joined the bank, must be around 65 to 70. Now if you ask Samal ji, LIC का chart average life बोलता है 85 years. क्या Samal ji? अभी ये pension का provision 85 तक तो करना पड़ता है. That is average lifespan. That means people like Biswal will live 100 years. 85 is for, you know, people who are not healthy and all that. So अभी just imagine, as per the government statistics itself, you have to live another 25 years. And if you are healthy enough, maybe another 15 years. So you have to plan for the next 40 years here. What is retirement? What is retirement at 40? But live another 30-40 years. I think that the whole life ahead of you. So I think it's a second life, and maybe we'll have great opportunities. Because when we started our journeys, we had a lot of instabilities, including financial instabilities, instability in the family and all that. Now we are very stable. Children have grown up and all that. We have no worries that way on this thing. And government gives us good pension, medically take care of us. So I think like these we have to only take it as a transition and plan for the next 2-3 decades of active life. So always I say that while we retire, you know, we should not take it that seriously. Abhi mai rest le lunga and all that. People who thought that they will really retire and go back and this, and they all had massive health issues. People who continue to work, They're still working. I'm seeing people at 75, my seniors, still very active, working, going around, taking assignments and all that. Not, they say it's not for money. Like we need to have something to do. Every day morning we get up, we need to have a purpose, like, to get ready, go for work, do something, contribute something, and all that. Like, I think I am very sure Biswalji also will continue to do that, and it's advice, because I thought I'll become a bit philosophical on these issues, and a lot of my friends are around, so who are thinking very seriously about retirement. So I think don't be that serious. So don't be that serious. We have another planning to do, what to do, because otherwise it will become a burden on people. So better we equip ourselves. At the same time, this part of our life has been the learning experience for all of us. So whether it is a bank or our personal life, it's a learning how to balance things, how to work and all that. So I am very happy that bar ye repeat hote ja raha hai. In Goa also I mentioned this. It is up to us to decide whether we will get the work done in a happy way or a stressful way. I think everyone spoke about it. So today look at Union Bank. So we are all very happy. The environment what is created in Union Bank, thanks to the leaders, whether Biswalji, Gusenji, Garzab, everyone. We all created an environment of trust, mutual trust, happiness, and everything is taken in a right spirit, become very serious. Actually, when I sit with HR, Minocha ji and all that, many times we are very serious. But then, जब वो cabin से बाहर जाएगा, वो हंसते-हंसते जाएगा. हर बार, because that's the way it is basically. Okay, issues are there, some serious issues are there, गलतियां भी होता है, कभी-कभी गुस्सा भी आता है, ऐसे कैसे होता है, and all that. But then thing is, we always end the conversation, end our meetings with a happy note, and so that we look forward for something better. That's the way it is. Basically, being happy becomes very important. Where your delivery, हम 1.5x बोलते हैं, 2x बोलते हैं. When you are happy, your delivery is always better. So basically, the trust is very important, mutual trust is very important. And keeping the environment light is very important. At the same time, we are not compromised on anything. So we have delivered on every parameter. Business चाहिए जितना चाहिए उसे थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही हुआ है. Recovery जितना चाहिए उसे थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही. कल भी पूरा recovery करके बैठा है अशोक चंद्रा जी. और बोले तो environment light है. Everybody is happy, but then work हो रहा है. And the technology today, it's a great thing that there's a lot of appreciation on account aggregator today. So they came to me. I was very happy. Praveen Sharma and his team, and we are the first in public sector space to do that. Actually, I was very happy to note that. I was not knowing we are the first actually. There was no stress, there was no pressure, there was no deadline, but then they did it. And we did it ahead of State Bank of India is something which I always I take it as a benchmark. So, and even Bank of Baroda for that matter. So, and then today there is a lot of tweet going on even in the government circle that Indian Bank has done it and all that. It becomes a challenge for others to catch up actually. Basically earlier we used to look at others and say, यार उनके पास ये चीज़ है, इनके पास ये चीज़ है, हमारे पास क्यों नहीं है? अभी actually now we have come to a point that बाकी लोग बात करेंगे यार Union Bank ने कर चुका है, हम क्यों नहीं किए? That is the leadership. The leadership comes from that. Thinking, हट के सोचना. बोले तो आप future देखना. And ये ज़रूरत है. तो अभी से plan करें. Actually, we have many more things in the annual now. I'm very sure in the next few months we'll be launching product after product, which is ahead of the curve, competing with the best in the industry. New benchmarks are being created. Why I'm talking all this is basically we have done something which we are proud of. All of us together. So people who are retiring, people who are not retiring. But people who are not retiring, they have that challenge to take it forward. The bank is in great shape, but then all the contributions, we are remembering contribution of Biswal Sahab today. But then there are a lot of stalwarts who have contributed to bring this bank here. The greatest tribute to these leaders is taking it forward and make the bank #1 bank in the country, technologically highly advanced, at the same time so good in HR that people will love to come and work in Union Bank. If you are able to create that, that is the greatest tribute to the leaders like Biswal Sahab who created this environment here, given you a roadmap. Please do that, and it is the responsibility of the youngsters to take it forward, create that environment, make this bank a great bank, and we will be very happy to sit somewhere and observe and enjoy like the bank growing and also the people growing and produce a lot of industry leaders from Union Bank. So it will be very happy moment for all of us. Maybe you become MD of some bank, we'll go and have a cup of coffee with you for 5 minutes. And then that is the greatest pleasure we have, because I've seen many of my senior bosses coming for a cup of coffee and they feel so proud about me, because at a point of time I worked with them and they recognized my talent at that point of time and grouped me. And they feel so proud that they're sitting in the cabin of MD and having a cup of coffee. And I'm very sure many of you will give us that pleasure. Me and Biswal sir will be happy to come and have a cup of coffee with you, so that you grow and bring the bank also to that level. All the very best. And at this point of time, we have assembled to remember the contribution of Biswal Saab. I took this opportunity to take it one level above, because that was the purpose of Biswal Saab. Like all his contribution of 38 months was directed towards that. That's a tribute we can give it to him. So Biswal Saab, personally, I owe so much to him, because he is the man who took a lot of burden out of me, took the pressure out of me, kept the bank going at the most difficult times, implemented things, kept the relations everywhere, despite amalgamation. Everybody knitted together. So I think, thank you, Biswalji, and thank you, ma'am. As rightly said, like सुबह प्रॉपर ब्रेकफास्ट नहीं दिए तो बॉसेस गुस्से में आते हैं, तो मैडम ने अच्छे मूड करके ब्रेकफास्ट करके साहब को भेजते थे, साहब आते खुशी खुशी में आते थे. So एक्चुअली वी हैव ऑल एक्सपीरियंस्ड दैट यार साहब के पास जाना है तो आफ्टरनून जाना है बोलने वाला भी थे, मॉर्निंग बहुत गुस्से में रहते हैं साहब. वी हैव सीन दैट सिचुएशंस आल्सो. सो आई थिंक वी नेवर हैड दैट काइंड ऑफ सिचुएशन. सो थैंक्स टू आवर फैमिलीज हू रियली टुक केयर ऑफ अस. सो मे बी टुडे we'll be out of this 24-hour pressure job. So tomorrow onwards, it is our choice what to do. So I think that is a liberty we get. So all the best, Biswalji. All the best, ma'am. Thank you. And for your family, your kids, we, from our heart and soul, we wish good luck to all of you. All the best. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And just before I request Biswalji to come to stage for his address, may I now request our MD and CEO sir to come to the front, sir. And I also request our Shri Biswalji as well as Srimati Biswalji to the stage. And I also request the executives on the stage to flank them. We would like to first give a plant from our side, sir, for all the contribution he has done from our side. So also give a memento and certificate for all the services he has rendered to Union Bank of India. The terminal benefits and the relieving memo, sir. Thank you, sirs. If you can take the seats, please. So now may I request our guest of honor today for his farewell address to all of us, sir, Shri Ranjan Biswalji.
Good evening to all of you. Respected MD and CEO Shri Rajkiran Raiji sir, Shri Nitesh ji, my ED colleagues Rajnish ji and Nidhu ji, and today much talked about person. No? So when Niteshji has certified him so many times, I'm tempted to go one step ahead. I was thinking, should I drop the word, the letter V from CBO? So dear Umeshji, all my very, very dear CGM colleagues, my GM colleagues, my secretarial staff and all the unionites present over here, Madam Biswal, and all the unionites maybe watching this program or on call online. So good evening to all of you. A lot of good words have been told by all of you. Lot of appreciation. I'm really humbled by all those good words. I don't know whether I deserve all those things or not, but really I feel satisfied, yes, at least to hear all those things. Friends, having started from a remote village in Odisha, attending schools barefooted for maybe up to class 9, Delhi at least 2 and fro, 8 plus 8, 16 kilometers I had to travel to attend my schooling career. So those are the days. I started from a humble beginning, and among the 6 siblings, my sister is the eldest and I'm the second one. Having started from that, joining Punjab National Bank was a really glorious moment for me. Almost more than 37 years of service I have completed. There are many sweet memories during my professional career. Don't worry, I'm not going to narrate all those sweet memories and to bore you or spoil your evening. I'm not going to narrate those stories. But one thing I'll just like to say, when I'm completing my banking career, some people you cannot forget during your career, those who have helped you or those who have come closer to you somehow or other. One such person was when I entered the banking career. I was going for appearing the interview of Punjab National Bank at Delhi. First time moving out of Odisha, going by a train. These are all not knowing Hindi at all. So these are all some of the moments. So when I reached a gas station, it was, I think, around maybe 2:30 in the night. One person came and I was in the sleeper coach and on the side lower berth. So one person just got up at gas station and I was deep in sleep, but all of a sudden I woke up and saw that he's sitting towards the that seat only, towards my leg. So being an humble person, I thought, let me accommodate him also. So I asked him, sit comfortably. Then after 3-4 hours, when it was early in the morning, around 5 o'clock, I found that that person is not there and he has got down somewhere. Simultaneously, I saw that my bag is also not there. Those days, first time I'm moving in a train, not very serious about all those things, or not knowing even. So I was in a kurta pajama and the train ticket in my pocket. Rest all other things, it was in my suitcase. My certificates, my dress, my money, my purse, everything. Everything. In a fraction of a second, I was just, I couldn't think what to do, where to go. I'm going for the first time to Delhi. Do not know the city even. So started crying there. Somebody has taken my bag, somebody has taken my bag. I went to the TT and all. He only consoled me, don't worry, when you get down, you lodge an FIR there. Right? So that was, of course, a valuable piece of advice. When I started, shouting, crying and all, some other, I think, fellow candidates were there in the train. I was not knowing them. Of course, they were from Odisha, but I was not knowing them. They were from a different university. I was from a different university. And this was MT's interview only. So they consoled me, told, okay, TK, let us reach there, we'll see something, we'll do something and all. So on their assurance also, I reached Delhi. I went to two of them accompanied me to go to the nearest police station. I lodged the FIR. They received it. Because I could not speak in Hindi, I was speaking in broken English and all, So they started in filthy Hindi, because they don't appreciate English at that point of time, only Hindi. So they thought that I'm arrogant and I'm showing my English speaking power and all those kind of things. Those friends, 2-3 friends, someone borrowed me, lent me a shirt, one pant from some other friend, and and some money from some other, and they accommodate me in there. We went to a nearby hotel near New Delhi railway station, and we stayed there. So they accommodated me there along with them. Next day I went to, the interesting part is next day I went to appear the interview without having anything, without having the call letter, nothing, no money, nothing. And at the desk, where they were verifying all certificates and everything before you enter the interview, that didn't allow me at all. So it was a very embarrassing moment for me, and I was requesting like anything. I requested at least to allow me to meet the secretary at least. Those days, BSRB was there, and BSRB Secretary Delhi one, Mr. Banerjee was there. So I remember that person because throughout the day I was waiting there just to meet him. Somehow he allowed me to meet him. He heard patiently the entire story. Friends, without having anything, he allowed me to appear the interview next day. And just took an undertaking from me that within 7 days I will prepare all my certificates and send all those certificates for verification and all. I thought because he was the person who really has helped me to enter into banking career. So I can't forget, of course, in this incident and that person also, Mr. Banerjee, who has really taken some decision at that point of time, maybe not in the books, not in the rule books. He has gone out of the way to help me, and really I am thankful to that person. So that is one story just I wanted to narrate. I came to the banking industry that way, and completing almost 37 years and retiring very, very happily today. Having come to Union Bank of India, really they conform to the tagline, nice welcome. I can't forget those days when first day I joined here. I straight away went to the boardroom. The CSC meeting was just getting over. MD sir and the other directors were there. So there was a warm welcome there also. I joined in 1st of March, and immediately the March result was declared after a few months, and the bank posted loss, which I think the employees were not expecting. That day I also narrated this one, because previous quarters we were making profit. So that quarter I think we made a loss. So immediately I think MD sir decided to address all the staff members, and he addressed all those staff members. And he assured that we'll bounce back and bounce back shortly. And he had plans for that and all those things. So I have seen those struggling days. I will just narrate a few stories. Of course, he was struggling 1.5 years ahead of me also. So He was taking all the pain, not we people. he is the person who was taking everything on him. Then we faced with Pinnacle 7 to 10 migration. I was in charge at that point of time. So I can't forget the person, Mr. Kandaswamy, with whom we worked. Yes, some of the people really, it is very difficult. I'm not taking every name only, but some of the people you can't forget the way they work, their style of working, the way they handle and all. So Kandaswamy was one of them, successfully migrated, because I had seen the migration in PNB also. Just 1 year or few months back, maybe, whatever it may be. But it was very, very smooth here. Then the conference was there, and in that conference, the main theme was that we should not be acquired, we should be acquirer. So MD Saab had to convince everybody that yes, we should prepare ourselves, we should convince everybody we can acquire a bank, but we will not allow ourselves to be acquired by others. From those days, then the amalgamation came. The way he has handled the amalgamation, and I was part in some way amalgamation, because I was looking after the strategy, and IT was also with me. But I released the IT integration at that point of time. Again, one more person, Israq Ali Khan. So I can't forget his contribution also during my period. I don't have to bother much with when these people are taking in the driving seat. Similar was the amalgamation, HR by Brajeshwarji, Kalyanji, and all those people. I'm not naming everybody, but some of these people, because they are not in the institution, so I'm taking their names. Really, they have cooperated, helped, so that I had a very comfortable period here. Nothing to worry much during my stay, during my stint here. Many good things have been told about me. Really, the credit goes to all these people sitting over here and all those people who have worked in the field. Of late, I was in charge of the national banking, and really, maybe sometimes I think I was against my normal nature. I was tough and all. To some people, maybe nothing personal, just to get the work done. But thanks, kudos to everybody. All of them have delivered. So MD Saab always used to say in his speeches and all, once you give a call in this bank, you don't have to shout much, things are done. Pehle to, because of PNB we had a different style, you have to shout there. तो MD साहब यूज टू से ज़्यादा शाउट करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है थोड़ा बहुत करोगे तो भी हो जाएगा काम हो जाएगा so he was true in his assessment, right? So things were done very smoothly. I'm a very satisfied person now. My sincere thanks to all of you, to all the field functionaries who have really contributed for a smooth period in Union Bank of India. And if I come to the persons sitting on the dais, let me begin with Umesh ji. He has told very good words about me. Yes, we had first interaction at Kolkata, but subsequently it was out of my mind. He only reminded, we had met at Calcutta. A very nice person. Very nice person. True to his, whatever Nitesh ji always says, no, he's really a business friendly person, as well as, I should say, a staff friendly person also. You might have seen all those cases, whatever decision is taken, the punishments given, and all those kind of things. And if the bank has really improved, no, it is a major portion of the credit goes to him. It won't take much time if he decides the other way. जैसे ही थोड़ा आप देख लो, डिसीजन लेना अगर उस डिपार्टमेंट से थोड़ा एडवर्स आना चालू हो जाए, पीपल इन द फील्ड डिसीजन लेना बंद कर देंगे। छोटा सा इंसिडेंट एक का होता है तो इट स्प्रेड, नेगेटिव न्यूज नो, इट स्प्रेड्स लाइक वाइल्ड फायर। एक आदमी को आप स्केल 5 से स्केल 3 कर दीजिए, देख लीजिए फिर उसका क्या इम्पैक्ट होता है। एक ही आदमी को ऑल ओवर इंडिया सारा काम करना बंद कर देंगे। सो आई थिंक ए मेजर पोर्शन ऑफ द क्रेडिट शुड गो टू यू सर। I won't say much about my ED colleagues because all of you are interacting with him day in and day out. By this time, you must have your own assessment. I think, as MD sir said, the bank is now in right hands. Nituji hands-on on everything, Nituji, and very short interaction. But I find that yes, to business, he means business, and in a very, very polite way also he will do. And I think he will not feel that he is speaking very harsh to you also. So really the bank is now in good hands. By the way, I think this bank has a good fortune that it gets good leaders always, MD Saab says. So that way I am certifying myself also. So very good leaders at the top. We had very good, I think, equation, relation, and we never allow this. We don't have any. So I think the entire field knows that yes, the bank has a very good top management. That really helps in business. Again, I am vouching this on because of my previous experiences. The moment there is a slight difference of opinion between the MD and any one ED even, it spreads like anything. और फील्ड में किसी को भी कंफर्ट नहीं रहता है। FGM सोचने लगता है मैं ये प्रपोजल भेजूं, होगा नहीं होगा, कमिटी में क्या होगा पता नहीं। He doesn't feel comfortable to commit anything. So that way it cascades to downwards. Really, it won't take much time to ruin the bank also. So that way we have a very good leader, as well as I think my colleagues, all of us, we have a very good equation. Rajnish ji, I think all of you might have seen, from the day one he has taken over his portfolio, right? So he was chosen for that because MD Saab had got fair idea about him also, because he had worked with him. He had given some feedback before he came also here. I think true to his he is knowledgeable. He has got good feedback about the market. I think he can drive now very well the portfolio he is handling. Safe hands now. There is no double thinking that yes, something may happen, how can we switch over to or migrate to the next leadership. Niteshji, I should not speak anything about him. All of you know him, see? And much more than me. One thing I can only say, such a loving personality, see? Once you look at him, fall in love with his personality. And I think he only personifies the true tagline of Union Bank of India. A young leader, I think, hands-on everything, his knowledge, his wisdom, and his nature. You might have, all of you might have observed, he does not have any iota of ego, I think. So that way you have got a very, very good leaders. I think with the MD's replacement, you won't face much problem because of the second line of leadership. Friends, I won't take much time, but before I conclude my speech, I must say a lot about our MD sir. I don't know how many people will agree with me. I think all of you will agree with me. A great leader. A great leader. From the day I came, I was not thinking whether he is my MD or he is my close friend or something like that. Such a leader I have never seen in my career. Of course, all in all, I was a field person from scale 1 to 6 till I became GM and FGM, then for a short period in corporate office. I had never got the opportunity to work with the top leadership so closely. The first time I got the close opportunity here only. Really, really an excellent person, an excellent leader. Few of the things, many things to speak about him. Few of the things which I learned, I have seen, I have observed. I think he never behaves like a boss. He's a true leader, right? And he has an eagle's eye to pick talent, identify talent. In the entire field, he might have known many of the people, and he knows who is the person who can come to leadership position and really take this bank forward. He gets immense pride in nurturing leadership within the organization. That's why he conducts a lot of programs and all. Very few are there. Those leaders who come now as MD for 2-3 years, they think if I can contribute, then I will be remembered and all those things. But he takes a lot of pride in nurturing leadership. And he feels if leaders are created from this institution, no, I feel that he feels as if he is promoted. So you will not find a leader like him. Many leaders like him. There are many good qualities to share. I am not going to share all those things. But one thing, again, which I found him, a unique character in him, his style of leadership. I should say that is a Krishna style of leadership. Right? Why I said Krishna style of leadership? For a moment you have to go along with me, my interpretation of Krishna style of leadership. See, in Mahabharata, I think leadership lessons, I think there is no other mythology, or you can say that is an Itihas or Mahabharata. Lot of leadership lessons, right? So I will only quote one. Why I said him, his Krishna style of leadership. See, in Mahabharata, there are only two contrasting themes. One led by Krishna, the other led by Shakuni, right? Both had their own teams. One led by Krishna, one led by Shakuni, right? So, both of them had their own objectives. Krishna had objective to establish dharma and all, no, that kind of thing. And Shakuni had objective to annihilate the Kuru clan. That is what my interpretation, if I am wrong, maybe. Both of them achieved their objectives, right? Shakuni achieved his objective and Krishna also achieved his objective. But the style of functioning was, in case of Shakuni, he was the strategist, he was the planner, he was the executor, he was even the actor. Whether it is in the Dyut Krida or in the battlefield, he was everywhere there taking up active role as an actor also. In case of Krishna, no, he believed in his team. He gave them complete freedom, do whatever you like, right? And I will not take up arms and all. But he had set boundaries. Any time he felt that somebody is exceeding the boundary, then only he interfered. Be it during Draupadi's Vastraharan, or during in the battlefield when Arjuna was not fighting in his true vigor with Bhishma, right? So that time he said, if you are not fighting, then I will take up arms. So completely believing in his team. So that is the quality of our leader also, completely believing in his team. And most of the strategy, most of the planning, he only does. So you might have also observed. But execution part, yes, he believes on the executors, and I was one of the executors, you can say. Really, I felt, yes, to work with such kind of a leader is an opportunity. Thank you very much, sir, for your guidance, for your motivation, and really, you will find pleasure to work with him, with a leader like him. So my sincere thanks to all these leaders sitting on the dais, specifically MD sir. My sincere thanks to all of you for having cooperated me in all my activities. I'll be failing in my duty if I don't express my sincere thanks to some of the other staff members, other unionites who are working behind the scene and really making our life very, very pleasant. My secretarial staff, Prabha ma'am and Hari. And for that matter, the MD secretariat staff also, really. They also have helped a lot. My special thanks to all of them. My special thanks to the PRO team led by Dwivedi ji here, Dwivedi ji, Amit and his team, and specifically at Delhi, Mr. Puri. So jokingly I was telling in the morning, these people have made us nikamma in our personal life, personal matters. So they take care of everything, no? We don't have to bother anything. My special thanks to Rupesh also, who takes care of our health. Really excellent. So any problem you have, even in the dead night, you call Rupesh, ye ho raha hai. Immediately he will contact the doctor and find some solution. My special thanks to him. Friends, on this occasion, because I am superannuating or retiring from my service life, I will really want to thank my parents who may be watching me, I don't know, for whom I have reached this stage. From a lower middle class family with 6 siblings, my parents have taken a lot of pain, and really they have taken serious, I think, interest in our studies and all, even though they were facing a lot of problem. So my thanks to my parents for whom I am here. Thanks to my siblings, my brothers, my sisters, particularly my elder sister, because being from a rural area, in those days, 60s, 70s, so she was also going to school with us. After a few years of walking, so my father purchased a bicycle for us, at least so that 3 of us can go in the bicycle. So sister being the eldest, she learnt cycling, and on the front seat, one brother, on the back seat, me. She used to cycle 8 kilometers to and 8 kilometers fro every day to carry us. So my special thanks to my elder sister and to all my family members, those who have really helped me to reach this position, and especially to my wife Nirja. When she came to my life, Really, she has motivated me to take up any position, to go for all promotions, not to miss everything, and really has pushed me. Sometimes, at one point of time, I was thinking not to move out, children reading and all. So she took all the load on her, stayed alone with the children, with the kids, and many of you may be facing the similar situation also. So they have really a great contribution in our life. My special thanks to my wife, my son, and my daughter. So once again, if I missed anybody, I'm sorry for that. But thanks to all of you for a wonderful period in Union Bank of India. Today, as MD sir said, we are retired. That all those struggling periods are over, I think. I'm retiring as a very, very satisfied person. The bank now is in a very, very sound position. Now it has taken off. Now it is ready to fly very high and miles together, thousands and thousands of miles together. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for the heartwarming speech. Now may I request our CGM Shri Ashok Chandra sir for his addressing the vote of thanks.
Respected MD and CEO Shri Rajkiran Raiji sir, man of the movement, our respected Executive Director Shri Manas Ranjan Biswal sir, Madam Biswal, respected Executive Directors Shri Nitesh Ranjan ji, Shri Rajneesh Karnatak ji, Shri Nidhu Saxena ji, and I will use the word a staff-friendly CVO, Shri Umesh Singh ji. Because finally the staff friendly है तो business होगा. All my CGMs, GM colleague, all the other unionites who are present here, physically and through the virtual mode. Very good evening to all of you. In fact, my official assignment is vote of thanks. But Vishwaswaran, thank you very much. I will take 5 minutes. See, my association with Biswal sir is of 11 years. 11 years old association. When I was there in Dubai, in 2011, sir also came to Dubai and he was heading the PNB DIFC branch. And we had such a wonderful connect. See, I think within 1 or 2 meetings, we gelled so much and we had so much good connect. In fact, both of us were attending so many meetings. We used to organize a lot of NRI meets there together. And we used to create the brand PSBs there. And we were all working for the creating of the brand PSB in the Dubai and Middle East market. And I had the liberty, which Biswal sir had given, that whatever the buyer's credit, erstwhile Corporation Bank used to mobilize that, we used to mobilize those things, right to refusal was with PNB only. We used to come to PNB and sir had given the full liberty to the treasury head that whatever rate it is prevalent in the market, if Ashok Chandra wants a certain good rate and if it is possible, accommodate that particular rate. And we did tremendous business under the buyer's credit. And it was the mutual benefit to both PNB as well as to Corporation Bank because we used to get the fee-based income in the country. Now coming to when I came back to India, still we were maintaining our relationship with him. And when sir came to PNB headquarters, I was there in Delhi. I was heading the regional office Delhi. I used to interact with him. And when I was posted to corporate office Mangalore, I came to his place. I think my family came to his house. And just we were having the exit things and we were sharing the things. Sir told that Mangalore, I have worked in the very beginning of my career in PNB. It is a very lovely place because this was my first assignment in this head office, and that too in Mangalore. Very good place. And I got some tips also because this is the first assignment for me also in the corporate office. So he guided me also. The corporate office working style is totally different from the field team. And I am an accidental recovery man. He is a true recovery person. Because in PNB, he was in charge of the recovery and he was in charge of the entire NCLT resolutions. And I was given the assignment in Corporation Bank as a recovery. I think after joining in July, August or September, I came to PNB. I spent full 1 day. I had taken his time. I spent full 1 day because they had initiated in 2018 a lot of good practices. They had created some sastras, some business initiatives in the recovery segment they had created. A lot of good things were there. 1 full day I spent with Biswal sir and his entire team. And from that day onwards, whatever the things which you are seeing it from the erstwhile Corporation Bank until today, it is all the credit goes to our Biswal sir. Because he guided me that how the structure has to be created, the same vertical creation. In fact, all these things I learned from Mr. Biswalji, and then I implemented in erstwhile Corporation Bank, and then I brought it here, which is going on very, very successful. So sometimes what happens in your life, we never imagine. When I was sitting in his house in Delhi, I never imagined that I will have an opportunity to work under him. That time his order had come for Union Bank of India and he was just waiting for the final posting order to come. And I was going to Corporation Bank. But never we imagined that I will have an opportunity to work under him. But destiny, we brought both of us together. And I had the privilege of working under the great leader of Biswalji. Now, after coming here also, I got that opportunity to work under him. Again, some recovery department I was reporting to him. I think 5-6 months I was under him. I was reporting to him. And a lot of good things happened during that period also. I think all of you have said that HR and the IT. I think that is the time when the amalgamation was happening and sir was in charge of the HR department and the IT department. And today, if all of us can boast in the entire banking industry that HR practices is the best in the Union Bank of India, the IT integration itself is the best which has happened in our bank. If you can recall that how much time the Bank of Baroda had taken for integration of the entire IT platform. And how quickly we have taken, and in fact, we had created the benchmark because of that. Bank of Baroda also rushed and they thought that if Union Bank is going to have that entire platform on one integration, so how we can delay that? And that is the thing which was created, and the pilot run was done by our Biswalji. See, the entire amalgamation process, if our MD and CEO sir is laid the foundation for all of us, there were 3 pillars. Gosai sir was there, Garg sir was there, and our Biswal sir was there. They're the 3 pillars on which I think all of us, we worked on that. I think all of us, we were GM that time, and we were part of the different monitoring committee meetings. We formulated a lot of the policies and all, which we created as the best in the industry. So, if HR is excellent today, if IT is excellent today, the credit goes to the leader. We worked under their direction. Now today, when the call was given by MD and CEO that 17 trillion is the mark we have to achieve by March 31st, 22, I think all our ED sirs were there, but again, Biswal sir took the drive, and it has happened now. Now, how it has happened? It is only because we have the best HR practices in the field. Like our MD sir very rightly mentioned that unless and until we have the good HR practices, it is very difficult to sustain the momentum and motivate the people. And unless and until we have the motivation at the field level, whatever drive we want to do in the bank, it will not sustain, it will not happen also. But today, people are so comfortable because we are interacting with the field, we are so comfortable. Any milestone today it is given, I think my field is ready to do that. And why I am telling this? Because all my entire unionites are also connected to the virtual mode. I think they will be listening all those things. Now, the new call has been given as a 19 trillion business by 31st March 23. And again, Biswal sir has been a part of this because he was a part of the last business meeting which has happened. Definitely, all of us will stood to that and we will ensure that how quickly we are going to reach that milestone of 9 trillion. It is going to be achieved. There is no doubt that 31st March 23 it will not happen. The unionites have to show that how quickly we are going to achieve that, and that will be the best tribute to our Executive Director, Shri Biswalji, if you are doing the farewell today. So with this, all my good wishes to Biswal sir, and I pray God for a very, very happy, healthy, prosperous life to you and your family members. Madam, thank you very much. I have seen from the Dubai days how much cooperation and support you have given to your family, and how much very nice to our family also. So thank you very much, madam, for all your cooperation and support. Now coming to my official engagement, read the vote of thanks. I am really, on my personal behalf and on behalf of the entire unionites who are physically present here and through the virtual mode who are connected today, thank you very much to our MD and CEO, sir. I think this will be the last farewell meeting where our MD and CEO is participating to address all of us. Next meeting, he will be sitting on the important seat. And all of us, we get pleasure with his presence, and entire atmosphere gets charged when our MD and CEO speaks. So, sir, thank you very much for taking out your very, very busy schedule and sparing your valuable time with all of us. I think Biswalji also will be feeling very happy that, yes, sir has spared some time and you spoke about the entire banking, whatever development has happened, sir. So, thank you very much for this, sir. Thank you very much to Biswal, sir, and Madam Biswal for accepting our invitation and participating in this farewell function. I think we should be very, very kind enough to, and thank to our Almighty also, because of that only we are all physically present. So, thank you very much, sir. I'm extremely thankful to, from the bottom of my heart, to all my esteemed executive directors for their august presence here. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you to the smart and very energetic our CBO, Shri Umesh Singh, sir. Thank you very much to all my CGMs, GMs, all the unionites who are physically present here and through the virtual mode. I think the message is very clear. We have a wonderful leadership. Going forward also, we are going to have the same leadership environment in the bank, and unless we ourselves prove that the milestone which has been set should be achieved within a stipulated time, we should be failing in our duty. Because the leadership which is there and which is going to substitute also wonderful leadership. If we are not able to perform, I think we cannot perform in any other leadership now. So thank you very much to everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much, Vishwasaran, and all the organizing committee members. Thank you.